Hello and welcome back to our New World Order series in Crusader Kings 2 with the HIP mod. In the last episode we declared war upon Upper Bavaria here to hopefully take over the entire duchy. Unfortunately, the downside of doing this is that we are going to gain a quite powerful vassal who actually is probably going to be as powerful as we are. But I think it's probably worth it considering the sheer amount of land we're about to gain. Assuming we win, the Bavarian army is at about 4k, but I think 2.5k of that is this army here of Grandmaster Wolfram, which I think is a holy order. Let's actually find out who exactly this is, because it seemed to be unable to actually engage my troops when it was trying to before. Grandmaster of the Knights Templar, okay. So that explains that. I think we'll just continue to siege land here. We're apparently going to win this siege multiple times, which is something to do with this army running back and forth out of this county. And it seems like the actual Bavarian army is sort of indecisive about coming in here. I guess they're factoring the knights into their calculations, which is kind of a mistake on their part if they do end up coming in to attack me. But we are maybe reaching the point where we should consider attacking this army anyway, before they manage to gather enough troops to be a problem to us. So this is our grandson, the eldest son of our heir. So we should definitely try to educate him ourselves, since we are quite likely to end up playing as him. And since we did manage to upgrade our education trait to Midas Touch, we will be able to just educate him for his whole childhood and not have to transfer him to anybody else. Okay, so we actually won this siege now. My son asked me for a fief of his own. We'll say he's not ready. Okay, so we'll just attack them in this county. We did cross a river, but I think we'll be able to win the battle anyway. And I think we'll head to siege the capital now. Oh, and we have the army from Suomi, which has appeared down here to help us. I think they'll actually be able to fight the Knights Templar, now that I think about it, since I believe he is Norse. No, he's not, he's Suenesco, or whatever they are calling it. Yep, there we go. Possibly that's why she raised the Knights Templar in the first place. Well, from what we can see of this, it seems like we are going to win it, or our allies are at least. Which is nice, it was worth some war score anyway. And it's definitely looking like our allies in Novgorod aren't going to be of any help. There's actually only 8 troops here, and their other army is fighting a battle there. Arranged marriage. The Duchess of Milan wants to marry... Oh, this is the betrothal we arranged earlier. She wants to marry my son. Okay. Go for it. Oh, he was also my treasurer. Well, that's fine. We can just appoint our other son instead. Have him collect taxes in our capital. And we can now call her into this war, which I actually don't think will be necessary, so we'll just leave her alone. One of my spies managed to gather some useful information concerning the enemy's movements and plans. So we get some increased levy, morale, and military tech spread rate, which is all good. So there are actually enough troops here to start sieging back this holding. We'll have to go and fight them once we're done with this siege. You're improving relations with bishops, which is not really what I sent you to Rome to do, but I guess it doesn't hurt. And I guess our ally is going to lose a battle down here, which is unfortunate, but not really a big deal. Follow you to here. And then we'll head back to her capital and continue sieging the lower holdings there. Also fight any armies we happen to run into. And we captured a bishop. Okay, we need to find our daughter a new educator. Our vassal, the Duchess of Burgau? Oh right, of course, this is the one we subjugated. Yeah, we'll give you our daughter. And she's gathering troops again, but I don't think she's going to be able to get enough to actually siege that holding. At least not yet. So we're up to 87%. The Grand Duchess of Novgorod, our daughter, has been released from this guy's dungeon, okay. I don't remember her being captured, but I guess she was. My grandson is a charitable little rascal. He just gave his newest toy to the smith's son. Yeah, he can be charitable. So we didn't actually declare back on Wendland, as I said we probably should do, because this seemed like a better opportunity. They'll probably have regained most of their troops by the time we get out of this war, or maybe not, actually. So they're defending in that other war they're in. So we may still have an opportunity to attack them after we're done with this. We're going to end up with the messiest borders of all time, though. Which I don't really like, but I guess it's fine. My grandson Lothar is modest and humble, never showing off or bragging. Okay, he can be humble as well. He can have all sorts of virtues. We're up to 96% now, so actually if we fight this army it might get us 4%. Let's give it a try. Oh, I guess this was all holy orders. But our vassal is fighting it at least. Or not vassal, but ally. Actually, not even technically our ally, he's just our friend who happened to help us out. Being a very patient person, I always try to hear others' opinions before making a decision, because every opinion is flawed, might as well hear them all. We might gain cynical, humble, or arbitrary. Everyone deserves to be heard. We could be kind, just, or humble. We are already kind, but we aren't just or humble. Or we can say, because I am such a great king, which would give us the chance to become ambitious, which I would very much like. Proud is relatively neutral, and even envious is not terrible. I think we'll do this for the chance to become ambitious. We didn't. Okay. Ooh, and our ally lost that battle. We are actually able to fight some of this army, it seems. I will remember this battle in its finest detail until the end of my days. The Blessed Virgin guided my sword into the hearts of a countless number of my foes, raising cheers and battle cries from my surrounding men as I cut a path through the enemy. My mastery of personal combat has come a long way. Apparently, I am not the only one to think so. So we become a novice fighter, which I think fulfills our ambition to develop our personal combat skills, so we can select a new one. And I think we'll just take the ambition to become a trained fighter. Okay, that battle gets us to 98% war score. I think we'll just head here. Unfortunately, the lower holdings in both of these counties are castles, so they're both going to take an equally long time to siege, unfortunately. But we can just wait for it. Or we can wait until some of these troops gather and just fight them instead. Should be able to pick up 4% from fighting all these guys. Fighting across the field, you see an enemy soldier cut off from the others. While you can't tell who, it's clear they must be a highborn noble. Of course we'll charge. But nothing came of it. However, we did get to 100%, so we can enforce our demands. And, okay, we only gained the actual county of Upper Bavaria, or the actual Duchy of Upper Bavaria, rather. Yeah, just the de jure land. Alright, well that's fine. It means we have some land off here that's not connected to the rest of our realm, but we can fix that soon enough, I'm sure. Okay, we could hold a grand tournament, but I don't think we're going to. We would like to take our capital duchy county back, but of course we can't actually do that plot because we're content. How is Wendland looking? Very weak, but we are, I think, pretty weak ourselves. Not that weak. Maybe we should stay at peace for at least a few months, though. If nothing else, we can let our vassals' opinion penalties go down a bit. And our ally is calling us to arms, the Duchess of Milan. I guess we'll accept. Unless there is something we would like to do while we're at peace. Oh, there is something we'd like to do while we're at peace. Change our succession law. So I think we'll just go to primogeniture. We can maybe change to something a little more spicy later on, but we'll keep it simple for the moment. Now we're going to get prestige penalties from having unlanded sons, but that's not really a big deal. I think that's all we would want to do while at peace. Not too concerned about holding a grand tournament, so we'll just go ahead and accept this now. Milan is actually pretty strong. Who are we even fighting? This guy down here. Not very strong. I don't think that she is going to actually require any help in that. And if we want to tidy up our borders... Let's see, taking this duchy or this one would be a good way to do that. No claimants available here. And this one doesn't even exist, though there are claimants. None of whom want to accept an invitation, though. Alright, well, we can always do it later. It's possible we can just declare a subjugation war or something on whoever is in charge of this realm. We can't, okay. Can press de jure claims, but of course we do have a truce, which we do not really want to break. Under my guidance, my young grandson Lothar is slowly mastering the art of swordsmanship, which is very nice for him. And I think we should be able to build some retinues at this point, which is something we should probably do. Could build some of our cultural retinue, but I think we'll just stick to skirmish for the moment. We'll build 4. Don't want to go too low on money. We lost our Chancellor, okay. Well, let's appoint our son. And let's see. Don't think we really need to worry about any vassals. Everyone is... Actually, the Duchess here isn't particularly happy. I guess we should work on her. Not that she is in any factions or anything. And my granddaughter needs an education. Well, we'll give her to the Duchess as well, I suppose. Assuming we can. He is also mastering the art of diplomacy. And you've already increased her opinion, which is very nice. Up to 72. We probably should go ahead and change our focus. We have gotten pretty much the benefit we were going to get out of our business focus, I think. Let's go for theology. Why not? No particular benefit from this. It'll speed up our rate of tech gain, I guess, from the extra learning, but mostly do it just for fun, I think. Let's see. Looks like Saxony, not Saxony, Wendland is still in this war and in a fairly large battle there. My grandson is going to become gregarious, which is good. So we still have a good opportunity for attacking them. We'll continue to wait a little longer on that, though. We still have some pretty sizable penalties. And actually, the fact that any land we take from them is going to make our borders incredibly ugly is also giving me pause in my decision to attack them. I mean, this duchy, I guess, is at least on our borders. I don't know. I guess our alternatives are attacking Saxony, which is going to be difficult. Or this guy over here, which actually is more within our range, but... A call to arms from Novgorod. Against the High Chief of where? I don't even know. We may as well accept. Seems like he's having a pretty bad time. I guess it's his neighbor up here. Okay, the Duchess is now extremely happy with me. Good work by my Chancellor. I guess we'll move him to somebody else. Actually, a lot of my counts are pretty unhappy. I have to assume mostly from having their levies raised. They don't like the succession law change either. Well, I guess we'll start working on them in order then. Okay. Well, I feel sorry for Novgorod, but I'm not actually going to go and help them. After years of careful planning, Baldwin von Rheinfelden, from the court of Count Leopold of Blankenburg, has raised a large army of exiles, mercenaries, and hopefuls, declaring his intention to press his claim by force. Okay. Good luck. He's attacking Otto the Just. Ooh, over here. Okay. Well, that's good news, I guess. That'll weaken him and maybe make him ripe for conquest from us. But that will all have to wait until later because we are out of time for this episode, so thanks for watching, and join me again next time.